it's Lori F. Dean, and I just finished a book. Now, that's not a big deal in and of itself because I do read books, but this one really knocked my socks off, and I highly recommend it. It's called Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani, and if you haven't read it, rush right out, buy yourself a copy, or download the Kindle version from Amazon. I don't care. Just get your hands on this book. Anita writes about her near-death experience. Back in 2006, she was basically dying of cancer. She was pretty much dead. She was in the hospital, her organs were shutting down, and the doctors said she wasn't going to make it through the night. Well, she did. She went to the other realm, she came back, and her cancer was gone. Not overnight, it took a few weeks or so, but very, very rapidly she recovered everything and has been on a journey to basically share her truth with everyone else ever since. Now, what exactly is her truth? Well, first of all, let me tell you what it is not. It is not a support of a particular religion or a particular spiritual belief style. It's not the support of a particular way of being that involves any kind of dogma or rules or anything else you might think associated with something like that. If she has one message to leave with the rest of us, that is to be magnificent and live fiercely. And do it all with a ton of laughter. It struck a chord with me because my aunt had her very own near-death experience when she was a child. When she was 12, she was diagnosed with polio. And that was pretty much it. They thought she was gone. Well, she didn't die. She went and had her own experience and came back to this world. She did come back and live her life in exactly the way that Anita talks about in her book. My Aunt Barb came back and lived magnificently and fearlessly and with a ton of laughter. She was always such a pleasure to be around, and she was always living in the moment. Now, when I was a kid, she would talk about this experience, this near-death experience, and I had a ton of questions, but as a child, I didn't ask them because I had learned at a very young age that you just do not ask questions. And as an adult, when I felt more comfortable to step out and maybe ask her about these questions, well, it was kind of too late because she was in the throes of Alzheimer's disease. The message that both of them demonstrate, Anita's in her words and my aunt in her lifestyle, have resonated with me. And it's got me asking better questions of myself, better questions about how I live my life. Do I live it magnificently and fearlessly and with lots of joy and laughter? Do you ask questions of yourself? Do you wonder about who you are? Do you live in your magnificence? Do you live fearlessly? Do you have a ton of laughter in your life? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you can begin if you haven't yet begun. And if you're in the thick of it, share with us how you are discovering your own magnificence, how you're living fearlessly, and how you're doing so with laughter. Of course, put your comments below. And don't forget to click the link so that you can always be kept up to date on when another video in the series Midlife Matters is released. Okay, do all of that right now, and I'll see you back here next time in our next video for Midlife Matters.